Welcome back. Like we've been telling you, the color across the globe has been a bit of red, thanks to the sell-off that we saw on Wall Street, rising yields, rising dollar, mood's a bit somber, and therefore you're getting a little bit of a dip at the implied open as well on the Nifty. The GIFT Nifty is still holding up, but most of the Asian markets are trading down. What about individual stocks? As usual, plenty to keep our eye on, and our team is standing by with the CNBC-TV18 stock list to watch out for this morning. Top stocks. Vinny, you take it away. Dr. Reddy's, what's the news here?
So in terms of Dr. Reddy's, what we're seeing coming in is they've signed one of its arm in US has signed an agreement with Jaguar Labs Holdings to sell one of its manufacturing, which is in Louisiana, DRLL. This is a US-based subsidiary, step-down subsidiary of the company. When you look at it in terms of the net worth of the company also, it's a bit on the negative side, though the company in the release has mentioned a net worth which includes inventory and all. So let's keep an eye out on that, though we need clarity in terms of the consideration that's coming for the company, because in the release it's mentioned $1. So what is it adjusting? That's important to watch out for. Expected completion of the sale is going to be by March 18, 2025, and we'll wait out for some bit more of a clarity, but as of now, we're muted to a bit of a green start is what we could watch out for Dr. Reddy's, given that they're giving up on a facility which was not too important for them.
Okay, all right, Vinny, thanks a lot for that. So we'll keep an eye out to Dr. Reddy's. I'm looking at Tata Steel. They've come out with their operational update, and normally it's not a big mover in terms of a stock price, but nonetheless, it looks better than what most on the sheet were anticipating. Production number has gone up by.
I think Nigel, there's a bit of an issue with Nigel's audio. We'll get back to Tata Steel and that operational update in just a minute. But speaking of updates, lots of real estate companies, they've come out with a report card on the third quarter. Back to Vinny for that. I think, Vinny, you're looking at a couple of names like Sobha and Ashiana as well.
Yes, Sobha, Ashiana and Signature Global. Now, let's start with Sobha, because a weak set of numbers in Q3 operational update is what is at least indicated as of now. Yes, year-on-year basis, the sales are up by 18%. But when you're looking at it, overall, there's a decline of 29% on a year-on-year basis. Quarter-on-quarter basis, it's an increase of 18%. Overall, what's led to the weak sales is the performance mainly was dragged by the Bangalore side of the business as well as Gurugram in terms of regions. That led to a weakness, and Bangalore saw a sharp decline in terms of sales volumes. So that is something that impacted overall the performance of Sobha. Ashiana Housing, that also is a muted number that has come in. So we're expecting red coming in for the stock here as well. Area overall, when you're looking at it on the year quarter-on-quarter basis, there's a decline of around 7%, and value of area sold also is seeing a decline of around 32% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. So we'll be a bit muted to a red start is what one could see. Signature Global, on the other hand, good pre-sales numbers that have come in, 120% uptick YOY. Area sold also seeing a good growth, and collections seeing a sharp growth as well. So Signature Global could open in the green.
Okay, all right. I think I've got my audio back. So let's focus on Tata Steel. Normally, the operational update that they give is not a big mover in terms of a stock price. However, it looks pretty okay, and that's why I expect the stock to open up mildly in the green. The production number has come in high by close to around 6%. Remember, in September, they had commissioned their Kalinganagar 5 million ton capacity, so that's what would contribute a little bit. And now the new blast furnace is gradually ramping up as per what the management says. Deliveries as well is higher by close to around 8%. And they're saying it's the best ever Q3 performance that they've delivered. UK, we know there's a closure of the blast furnace. So obviously, there is no production out there. However, deliveries are a little bit lower by close to around 12%. But UK is going through its own set of issues. So that's something that the street will digest. Netherlands, though, you have the production number that's up by close to around 48% or thereabouts, because remember, it's on a low base. One of their furnaces were going through a realignment. So that's one of the reasons. And deliveries are up by close to around 18%. Keep in mind, the bump up in deliveries out here, it includes some volumes that were sent to the UK operations of roughly around 0.12 million tons. So that's why, in fact, it's got a bit of a bump up. Put everything together, it looks pretty okay. Stock has seen a fair correction from the top. So that's why going with green on this one.
Okay, all right, Tata Steel. So watching out for this one as well. Let's move on now. There's a legal matter that could impact sentiment around Ola Electric today. Abhishek has the details on this one. Abhishek.
Karnataka High Court has rejected the plea by Ola Electric to quash a notice that has been issued by CCPA. Now, CCPA is Central Consumer Protection Authority. CCPA had given a notice as part of investigation into the company. So, Karnataka High Court has asked Ola to submit additional documents following over 10,000, to be precise, 10,466 consumer complaints regarding its electric two-wheelers. In another, letter to them, them, or let's say warning to them, SEBI has issued a warning to Ola Electric. Ola had made an announcement of the fourfold expansion to the exchanges at around 1:30 p.m. while the chairman had tweeted the same at 10 a.m. on Twitter or X. So over there, an administrative warning has been issued to Ola by SEBI. Back to you.
Okay, thanks for that, Abhishek. We'll keep an eye out on those stocks. But Vivek's got a few more stocks that he's tracking. Vivek, take it away.
Good morning. Quite a few stocks on the radar. Just on the back of news flow. First on the list is GMR Power. So now, IREDA, which had sanctioned close to 2,128 crore worth of loans to the company, to various SPVs that the company had set up. This was to go ahead and install smart meter electricity projects. So the company now has gone ahead and extended a corporate guarantee in favor of IREDA. This is for loans of close to 440 crore each for each of the SPVs. Now the second stock on radar is Exticom Telesystems. The company has formed an MOU with Mufin Green Infra Limited. This particular MOU is for installation of EV chargers and setting up of EV charging infrastructure. Zomato also keep this particular stock on the radar. Yesterday was a laggard, but an interesting development over there. The company has gone ahead and started a 15-minute food delivery service. This service is already live on the Zomato app, and this will go ahead and create competition as far as Swiggy's Bolt service is concerned. Also keep an eye out for Tata Technologies. The company and Telechips have gone ahead and signed an MOU. This is to innovate solutions for next-gen software-defined vehicles. The collaboration will focus on solutions for advanced driver assistance system platforms. Expect some green on Tata Tech as well.
Okay, all right, Vivek, got that. Thank you very much for those details. Let's quickly recap our list of stocks to watch today. The ones that have positive news around them are Dr. Reddy's, Tata Steel, Signature Global, Exicom Telesystems, Tata Tech, Zomato, and GMR Power. The stocks that have negative news around them are Ashiana Housing, Sobha, and Ola Electric. Okay, so that's our list. Let's move on and talk commodities now. We have Manisha joining in with the latest from the commodity markets. Manisha, good morning.
Morning, and Sylvie, thank you for that. Well, a bit of a pullback in dollar index and the treasury yield has led to support in many of these commodities. The best of the gainer until now in 2025 continues to be the crude oil prices, which are now trading at a 3-month highs. We have seen prices gain up by 4% in this year until now, and this is after 2 years of constant decline. So this year has started very strong for the crude oil prices. But not just crude. When you look at across metal prices, we're doing quite well. Copper prices are holding gains on dollar pullback. You have gold, which is back above 26.50. Silver is trading at around 3-week highs. Aluminum prices, which started this year at 3-month lows, also have seen a smart rebound as the available LME stocks have continued to decline. Platinum is trading at a 7-month high. So as I said, almost everything in commodities is trading in green right now because of a bit of a dollar decline.
All right, Manisha, thank you very much for that. So that's commodities in focus. Well, let's move on to some corporate stories here. And this is the long-running Jayaprakash Associates resolution case. Sources are now telling CNBC-TV18 that a number of asset reconstruction companies, ARCs, have shown interest in acquiring JP Associates loans in the lender-driven auction. Basically, lenders, ARCs lining up to buy debt from banks. Ritu is here with what she's picking up. Ritu, good morning.
Good morning, Prashant. As you said, there are 6 ARCs at least that have shown an interest in acquiring the Jayaprakash Associates loan from the lenders. And this was sparked after, as we've been reporting, the National Asset Reconstruction Company made a 12,000 crore rupee offer to acquire this loan from the lenders. So, from the likes of JM Financial ARC, Phoenix ARC, Arcel and Eka ARC, several of them, we understand, are currently conducting a due diligence to make an offer for this large account when the auction does take place on the 14th of January, which is the extended deadline from the earlier 7th of January, which is, extended because of the request coming from the suitors. Now, this is because RBI guidelines mandate that there be a public auction to conduct such a sale to an ARC, and therefore banks have said that 12,000 crores that was offered by NARCL as a reserve price to conduct this auction. Of course, NARCL would be allowed to match or better the highest offer that comes in. Now, the offer from NARCL, while that is under your standard 1585 method, which is the typical sale to ARCs, 15% is upfront cash payment to lenders and 85% in the form of security receipts. Now, we understand that banks have invited counter offers in an all-cash deal from prospective suitors, which some participants believe can dampen the demand, especially from the smaller ARCs. Now, remember, the resolution dissolution of this company has been stuck for more than 7 years, finally admitted to the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Court in June last year, claims of more than 52,000 crores from more than 2 dozen lenders. Now, while that IBC process is running in parallel, but it is facing litigation-related delays, and therefore lenders are fast losing patience and looking to offload this asset to an ARC now.
All right, Ritu, thank you very much for that. So maybe there will be movement. Stock, of course, I mean, about $5 or $6 for now, Jaiprakash Associates. We'll take a quick commercial break here. We'll come back. Deven Choksi of DR Choksi FinServ will join in with some fundamental stock conversation on the other side. Stay tuned.